Also, I don't know why I'm adding this, but I'm probably going to add this at the beginning. Go support at Fishback. They make edits. They make great tweets. I scrolled through some of their tweets. I DM'd them to ask for permission to make this video and ask them to review this video before this goes out. But yeah, go support them. They've been receiving a lot of hate and backlash for making the thread. But it was a really fucking good thread, and a really valid one too. Hardcore. Go support them. This is peer pressure. Go support them. They're great. Yeah. Thank you again for reviewing this video. You're great. You're doing great, buddy. Also, I better not see any of you, like, sending hate towards them for, like, making the thread. That's so fucking stupid. So you're hating on someone for making valid criticism. I guess you must hate Matpat then. Because, like, he makes valid criticism of people. Do you see, like, how much of a hypocrite you're being, homie? What the fuck? Not cool. We don't stand anybody who sends hate to people for making valid criticism. Good morning, Internet, and welcome to my depression. This is not a fun video for me to make, as you can see by the title. We're going to be addressing the Matpats controversies. If you notice my light changing from, like, blue to, like, a red like this, don't ask me why. I don't know why. It just happens. I'm sorry if this makes this, if that makes it to where it is unable for you to, like, watch this video. That's okay. I'll be linking the thread that I have found all this information from down in the comments. It'll also be in the description. I'm going to be covering this through the lens of a fan. So, Matpat, if you do see this, just know this is criticism out of love. Because I've watched your content since the LGBT episode came out. Yeah. So, time to cover the at Fishback, I hope I pronounced that right, I'm so sorry, thread on the crappy things Matpat's done and the things that he needs to address. I know how you react to your criticism. You hear it and you change it behind the scenes, but some of this stuff you actually need to make statements about because it's really, really harmful. We're going to be starting off with the defending of Blackface. Those videos are so wrong. Not only are they, like, uber wrong, they're, like, so outdated. And just, why are you a white cis straight man? No, just generally a white man telling POCs how to feel about certain characters. Like, that's not your place. Sorry, disclaimer here, I am going to be talking about and, like, going more in depth on things that I can talk about as a white, lesbian, asexual, non-binary person. Yeah. If there are certain things that I cannot talk about in depth about because it's not for me to say and it's not my place to talk over different communities. I'm hoping that other people will make posts about this, where it is their community to talk about, so that way it's brought up by someone more educated about these topics than I am. Yeah. If you've noticed that somebody else has made content about this, talking about it, where it affects them more as they are part of the communities affected by this, please link it below, because it's very important that that stuff gets seen. Sorry again for breaking into this video to, like, talk about something off topic, but also if you notice me shaking in the video, it's because my room is very cold and I refuse to shut the window. Yeah. But getting back into things, the second thing that is brought up is the harmful comments in the Pyro video, which, the outdated comments, such as the S term that I don't feel comfortable saying, and also the stuff about gay men having, shorter fingers than straight men. That might have been, like, true at the time of researching it, or might have been seen as true, but it's not true. And, like, yeah, the science at the time might have pointed to it, but it's not like you teleported to now. You can still make a statement about it and apologize about it, which is what you should do, because that's harmful, and misinformation. Also, saying that they're schizophrenic, what they saw in their schizophrenic version of reality immediately made them gay. That was really, really shady, not a cool thing to say. There is such a thing as feminine men that aren't gay. There also could be a lot of other reasons for why they saw that aren't them being gay. And then the third is the Mario is a maniac video, or Mario is mental. That series wasn't good. Like, yes, it did prove that Mario's a piece of shit person, but that could have just been the thing. Not that it automatically means that they have this disorder, and automatically, lumping all people with that disorder into the Joker, or Mario, or, like, all these really terrible people, and saying that automatically means that they have this disorder because they've done all these horrible things. It's really, really harmful misinformation that causes a lot of people to get hurt, which is something that should be addressed. Because, yeah. Now, the LGBT video was pointed out, and, I don't agree with it being placed here. I went back and rewatched it, and I don't know. I feel like the intro was really, really cringy. And sometimes things are phrased awkwardly that could be used by homophobes, to, like, use against other LGBT people, but I don't think any of it was genuinely, like, intentionally. But just because it's not done intentionally doesn't mean that there isn't any harm done. And it still needs to be addressed. The other thing I don't agree with was the comparing horror games to real-life murders. Things are inspired by real-life murders all the time. Could he have, I remember him doing it in, like, a really sensitive way to the, stuff that it's about. So, yeah, I don't think that it needed to be brought up. However, that doesn't mean that there's nothing he needs to bring up, because there is, and I don't want to say this in a way to invalidate any of the other claims, just that this one wasn't as based as the other ones are. The entire Fortnite video was just fucking questionable. Like, yes, it was based on a really important thing to bring up, but the way he went about it was just, wow. Like, take down the video and get rid of that intro, because that intro is so harmful in so many different ways. It is genuinely bad. Like, objectively bad. The fat phobia is horrendous. The homophobia is horrendous. To, like, to imply that because he is a fat man, that he is automatically disgusting, and just all the different implications, it was just wrong. Also, the attack helicopter joke. That was fucking weird. What the fuck? Don't make that. And I get that at the time, everybody was making those jokes, but still, that's really harmful to LGBT people and non-binary people. And trans people. Apologize for that. That was really fucked up. And, this is not me trying to get a witch hunt after you. This is me, a fan who was hurt by this. Also, I want to cut in the middle here to, like, point out, in one of the videos, like, fuck. I'm so sorry. God damn it, I'm gonna have to cut this singular bit out. Also, I'm cutting right here to say, I wanted to talk about the COVID video. I know I'm going through this in order, but I know how the Drag Race fandom is. I've been in it since about like 2015, 2016. I know how horrible it is to other people. But like, really? Of all clips you could have shown for Drag Race, you show one with Sherry Pie in it? Not as much of a criticism as it is a side-eye. Like, why? Why of all clips, in all the seasons possible, why Sherry Pie? We don't support Sherry Pie. I stand with her victims, we stand with her victims. She's a horrible person. Back to the stuff. Now, we don't get to see the survey, and I'm trying to find a way to, like, go back so we can see the survey. But the attack helicopter joke isn't funny. It's really harmful, and it kind of just perpetuates the stigma of, oh, a man can be a woman? Wow. That, I guess I could be a toaster now then. It's not helpful. And for someone who's helped the community back in 2012, it's disappointing for you to make that joke. And I know that it was a joke that everyone was making at the time, but it's not like we teleported to now. You can still make a statement about it. I don't know if I've made that reference already, but if I haven't, it's not that, like, we just stopped time and now you're here. You can still make a statement about it. And I hope that you do. And now for the apology. I understand that you, like, addressed it in a different comment of, like, why you were so on edge. And honestly, fair enough, but if you genuinely feel bad for that apology you sent out, delete it. Delete it and make a new one. Now time for the COVID video. Number 1, too soon. Too soon. Far too soon. I don't see the jokes where he made I don't see where he made the jokes about China being at fault for the virus. Although I did, it was very insensitive. If you guys found, like, the jokes, please let me know in the comments below, because I want this video to be as accurate as possible. Also, if you're watching this video, check in their comments, check them out. They are serious. They're there to help you. It's important that we bring this to light. It's important that you address this, Matpat, because from the stuff that I can talk about, this isn't enough to cancel. This isn't enough to deplatform. We just want you to talk about it. Yeah. Also, another thing to bring up, just because a bunch of people were doing it at the time doesn't mean it was okay. Just because it was a different time doesn't mean it was ever okay. Yeah. That time you blamed cancel culture for Etika's suicide was... It wasn't a good look. It wasn't a good thing to do. And there is no excuse for it. Please apologize for that. It wasn't cool, man. It was really disrespectful to his death. And disrespectful to him. The fact that you participated in the Color the Spectrum, which supports Autism Speaks. It also supports finding a cure for autism. Autism can't be cured. That's okay. It is okay. We don't need to cure everything that makes something or somebody different. Just because something makes somebody different doesn't mean it automatically needs a cure. It's like bipolar disorder or fucking BPD. There is no cure for it, and that's okay. We just need to learn how to manage and how to accept others who have it. Please make a statement. Sorry I'm saying that a lot, but I'm saying it because I mean it. I feel like the PewDiePie video, the one that was pictured in reference for this wasn't made around the time that wasn't released. Was like released a few years before the Jew incident and the N-word incident. As a Jew, I can talk about the Jewish stuff. However, the N-word stuff I can't talk about. And the video defending his friend later on about like the Jew joke or whatever, while it does defend him, in the beginning it does criticize his actions and points out how and why he was in the wrong. So I don't feel like it was... I don't know. I feel like you should still make a statement about it, even though the video wasn't wrong to make. And like, especially after the N-word situation. I don't feel like the video at first was wrong, but after Felix saying the N-word, just take it back. Or at least make a statement on whether or not you still support him. Now we're going to talk about, like, the Heartbound reference, the Heartbound thing. As an indie game developer, making games are fucking hard. I'm working on a game right now, and that shit is difficult. You need to credit people. Now, when watching this video, don't take my word as law, because I am just one person. The community outweighs me. So, if the community doesn't think he's redeemable, then that's valid. But with the stuff I can talk about, I do feel like he's redeemable if he apologizes. However, your response does matter. And if you choose not to make a response, that's still responding in a way, just not a good one. The misgendering thing, I address it. I compared to a lot of the other things, it's a lot more iffy than outright bad, but still apologize for that, because that was not cool. I don't see where he made fun of women with facial hair. That I'm gonna mention this once again, because I don't think that this one was, because I don't see this one, that doesn't mean the rest of the stuff isn't valid or therefore is invalidated by this. It just means that I didn't see it. If you disagree with me, please explain so in the comments, because I am reading those and I do want to see others' perspectives on it. And, we've made it to the end of the list. I did get permission from @Fishback to make this, and I'm going to be sending this to them before I ever release it, just to make sure that they're okay with everything that I've stated in this video. So, Matpat, if you are watching this, which I don't think that you will, because I don't think that this will get to you, but if it does, I'm a fan, and I still want to be a fan, but I can't be a fan if you don't make this right. This isn't a witch hunt. This isn't hatred. This is criticism out of love, because I want you to be better. I want to still support you, but if you don't, and I want to believe that you've changed, but if you don't acknowledge this stuff, then I don't believe you have. I love you. You're like more of a family to me than a lot of my family has been. And I will forever appreciate and respect that. So, I hope you'll do this for me and the rest of the community that you say that you care about. And acknowledge it. Acknowledge and apologize. I do believe that you're changing, and that you do take this criticism and that you do change with it. But sometimes you do need to acknowledge it out loud too, and apologize. Yeah. Try and boost, if you're not Matpat, try and boost this video so that way he does see it. And he does see that it's not that we hate him. We just don't like being hurt. And hopefully you're the person I thought you were. Goodbye.